one-day seminar on contract labor. The course will be conducted by Mr. S. Kaushal, Mr. M. Kaushal, and Mr. Pavan Kumar Mutreja. This is the first attempt by the academia and industry to join hands together for the training program. Now I would request Mr. A.K. Wadhwa, President PMA, to give floral welcome to Professor K.N. Vaid. I would request Dr. N.K. Sharma, Principal Director, DAV Institute of Management, to give floral welcome to Mrs. Manorama Rana. I would request Mr. R.C. Chopra, the General Secretary of PMA, to give floral welcome to Mr. Pavan Kumar Mutreja. Now I would request Professor K.N. Vaid and Mrs. Manorama Rana to light the lamp.
Ladies first.
हम लोगों के कर देंगे।
I would request Mr. J.S. Kapoor to give a floral welcome to Mr. M.N. Kaushal. He is a labor management consultant of India and will be conducting the course of I'll hand over the mic to Mr. A.K. Wadhwa to conduct the
परमादरणीय प्रोफेसर वैद, मिसेस मनोरमा राणा, उपसमान्य फरीदाबाद, प्रोफेसर श्री M.M. कौशल, श्री पवन मुतरेजा जी और डॉक्टर N.K. शर्मा, उपस्थित इंडस्ट्रीज के प्रतिनिधि, ये हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आज हम DAV के प्रांगण में PMA और DAV के संयुक्त तत्वाधान में आज का प्रोग्राम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेबर पे एक सेमिनार आयोजित कर रहे हैं। इस प्रोग्राम की प्रेरणा फरीदाबाद में करने के लिए सही मानों में अगर कहा जाए तो मुझे श्रीमती राणा जी ने दी, उन्होंने कहा कि फरीदाबाद ऐसा लगता है कि मृत प्राय से है। जब ये बात कही तो नेचुरल बात है, जो फरीदाबाद की इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े हुए कार्मिक प्रबंधन के जो लोग हैं उनमें नेचुरल बात है, एक आहट सी होना स्वाभाविक बात है। सो मेरे साथ भी हुआ। मैंने कहा इसे जानते कि ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आप PMA को इतनी बड़ी चैलेंज दो और हम कुछ कर सकते। तो उन्होंने कहा कि आप शुरुआत कीजिए, मैं आपके साथ। दोस्तों, इतना सहारा बहुत हुआ करता है और उसी का ये परिणाम है कि आज हमने श्रृंखला की पहली प्रोग्राम DAV के प्रांगण में किए। ये एक अच्छी शुरुआत है। ये सहयोग की बात है कि जैसे हमने इस प्रोग्राम को करने का निश्चय किया तो मुझे पता चला कि हमारे प्रोफेसर, मेरे गुरु प्रोफेसर K.N. वैद बॉम्बे से फरीदाबाद शिफ्ट प्रस्तुत करूं उससे पहले मैं आपको प्रोफेसर साहब के बारे में बताना चाहूँगा, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं पीएमए के बारे में आपको यदि बता दूं तो अच्छा है। साथियों, पीएमए सन 1964 में फरीदाबाद में जब इंडस्ट्रीज की शुरुआत हो रही थी, तो पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट के जो कर्ता थे उन्होंने भी सोचा मिलकर के काम कर सके और अपनी रोजमर्रा की जो दैनिक प्रॉब्लम्स है उनको एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर बैठ करके सुलझा सके। तो इसकी एक शुरुआत सन 1964 से हुई और वो शुरुआत हुई बाटा क्लब के जो बाटा इंडिया के जो हमारे प्रेसिडेंट थे मिस्टर चौधरी, मिस्टर के बहल, मिस्टर DS कपूर, मिस्टर महाजन, मिस्टर वोरा और ऐसे बहुत से दिग्गजों उस वक्त कार्मिक और प्रशासन, डॉक्टर NK शर्मा मेरे मित्र भी हैं, मेरे पड़ोसी भी हैं और इस इंस्टीट्यूट के प्रिंसिपल डायरेक्टर होते हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि हम यदि चाहें, यदि हम एक दूसरे के कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर के चलेंगे तो हम मैजिक कर सकते हैं। इसमें कोई शक नहीं, जादू हो सकता है और ये जादू आपके साथ है। तो दोस्तों, मैं ज़्यादा आपका वक्त ना लेता वो सिर्फ ये कहना चाहूँगा कि जिन इंडस्ट्रीज ने आज के इस प्रोग्राम में आप लोगों को स्पॉन्सर किया है, भेजा है, मैं उनका तहे दिल से मशहूर हूँ और पीएमए की ओर से आपका और हमारे आए हुए अतिथियों का प्रोफेसर KN वैद, मिसेस मनोरमा राणा, कौशल साहब, मुतेजा जी और आपका और प्रेस के सभी पधारे हुए साथियों का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, उनका वेलकम करता हूँ कि उन्होंने हमारी हौसला अफजाई की। और आज का जो प्रोग्राम जो कि कौशल बंधु, हमारे कौशल साहब के जो बड़े भाई साहब हैं वो हमारे भी बड़े भाई हैं, वो रास्ते में हैं, ट्रैफिक की वजह से थोड़ा समय लग सकता है, वो भी आने वाले हैं। इन आप लोग इनके साथ में इंटरेक्ट करेंगे, इनके साथ में जब आप वार्तालाप करेंगे तो आपको ये अनुभव हो जाएगा। उनके बारे में मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ। प्रोफेसर KN वैद इज एन एजुकेशनिस्ट एंड एन institution builder. He is a professor of business policy and corporate management. His field of special interest are human resource development, social and civic infrastructure services, and urban design and planning. He has developed methodologies of applying the principles and techniques of business and corporate management to the provisioning and operation of social and civic services and educational and healthcare services. He helped establish several educational and healthcare institutions that are centers of excellence and are run on self-financing basis in India. Professor KN Wैd pioneered management education in three critical areas of national economy. First, in 1981, he commenced a teaching program, postgraduate diploma in hospital management at TISS Bombay. This was to train medical doctors in management. It has now grown into a master's degree program. Second, in 1984, as a founder director of NICMAR, he introduced a postgraduate diploma in advanced construction management. It attempted to convert engineers into techno-managers. Today, this is a globally recognized qualification with full campus placement at high-value addition. And third, in 1987, he introduced postgraduate courses in finance, packaging, and management of infrastructure projects, as well as for real estate development sectors. Healthcare, construction, and real estate account for almost half of India's investment on development. They are also the major employment generators. Thus, the foresight of Professor Wैd has helped in increasing return on national investment and in making management more relevant to the areas other than business. Professor KN Wैd is one of the largest published Indian author, having 45 books and 45 monographs to his credit. All 90 publications based on the research. He is also the founder, editor of 3 international professional journals. His services are frequently copied by various government agencies and industrial bodies. He is a member of many national as well as international committees. Professor K.M. Vaid was educated at the University of Delhi School of Social Work, Cornell, US, and the ISS, The Hague. He worked for India for a few years and then switched over to academia, where he worked for over 36 years. He has lectured extensively at major universities abroad, both in West and the East. United Nations Development Program and ILO. These assignments took him to work in China, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Geneva, Thailand, Nigeria, and Sudan. He retired in Professor Vaid, being the teacher of Mr. J.S. Kapoor, myself, and many other students, Mr. R.C. Chopra, S.K. Sharma. There are not many students in India and abroad to remember him. So now I present before you Professor K.M. Vaid, Chief Guest of today, to say a few words to our participants. Thank you very much.
For logistics, short time. I'm very grateful to the PMA, Mr. Wadhwa, Dr. Sharma, for asking me over to come to this seminar. I won't say I'm not chief guest. I feel I am amongst my own fraternity. Friends, I have not come to PMA earlier, but right from the 60s I know about it. Then some of you, along with others, were trying to found it. And I have been in touch off and on with what was going on. And I am very glad to also be at the DMA platform. I am in DMA college, is my alma mater. I studied at DMA college in Bala till I came to Delhi for further studies. So I am very, very happy about it. I am sure this today's seminar, which is very topical, also which is led by very distinguished and eminent faculty members, would be of very great use to you and will all benefit, and also your organizations will benefit from it. Friends, my interest in contract labor goes back to 1965 when I was director of the Shriram Center for Industrial Relations. At that time, the government started talking about bringing in law to abolish contract labor. I personally felt it wasn't a good idea, although it was a move in the right direction. So from Shriram Center, we mounted a very major study with industries under my authorship. And apart from that, there was a government committee which was also working on it. I was a member of that committee also. Ultimately, when the law was drafted, the Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act 1970, the government accommodated me on two counts. One was when the original draft went in, it was called Contract Labor Abolition Act. So because of this particular study and the further campaign which was mounted based on these findings, the word regulation was introduced, which was a major change. It was not, the law was not just to abolish the contract labor, but also it was to regulate the contract labor also. The second change which they brought in at that time was the original draft which the government had made was applicable to all units, organizations, contractors organizations, where 10 or more workers are working. This was increased to 20 or more workers. So this was the basic concession which was given. And personally at my level, since then I have kept my interest and have been keeping some kind of line on the government system and also the international system. And in 1997, the ILO, they wanted to revise their conventions which regulate India also on the contract labor. And at that stage also, then we made another study here in India. It's called contract labor in India. This was done in 6 major cities. And we wanted to see what is happening over a period of 25 years and in what direction should ILO modify its conventions. And this also, what we memoranda which we did, also is published. It's available. So these two, the ILO revised convention came in 2003, and that's how Indian Contract Labor Act also has come out for revisions. So this has been sort of my interest in the contract labor, and in a very like teacher researchers way of working, we were able to influence the contract labor in some way. I'm sure you are very expert faculty who will give all the details, all the stats. So friends, I want to invite your attention to look at contract labor in not just in terms of law, not in just terms of how to interpret it, but also from a managerial point of view. That is my vital interest. For example, today some of the problems which are HRD managers, organizations are facing because of contract labor and contracting, which is extensively increasing now. One problem which is very common today is managerial problem. How do you manage people who are working on your premises but don't report to you, are not on your payroll, and they are absolutely not loyalty to the organization. They are just outsiders working for you. How do you manage those persons? The managerial issue also is that when you outsource your production lines, outsource some of the work, then how do you ensure quality, sustain quality from your vendors and outsourcers when they are not on your payroll? How do you do that? The Contract Labor Act and all those things are very scattered. They reflect the times in which they were brought in. Now times are very different. So these are some two issues. The third issue, which is very, very critical now, is how do you manage services, which are all on contract way. All the transportations, shipping, godowns, procurements, most of them are contract out. The organization I come from, we have contracted out even receipt and dispatch. Inward, outward, all clerical work, everything is contracted out. All that we have in Bombay at the institute, we own premises, we have faculty, all other faculty work is contracted out. And we learned how to manage it gradually, and it's doing very well, but it has been a great managerial exercise. The fourth thing which has come recently now is this fringe benefit tax which has come up now. I don't know what your respective organizations have done, but FBT has changed the very vitals of the relationships of the organizations. In a way, the way I see organizations, all that you do is to get C2C, cost to the company, and take your money and do whatever you want with it. Otherwise, there is no relation, or absolutely none. So, how with this kind of thing, how do you manage again your own managers? And lastly, the fifth point, which is very common now, I don't know how much it has come into their life, but in metropolitan towns, particularly Bombay, Pune, in those areas, job temping has become very, very frequent now. It's another name of contract labor. And instead of, if you are an employer, instead of you employing anybody, I employ people. And I employ hundreds and thousands of people. And I move them around. When you want people, I will send you people. And you pay on this. This job campaign started in the US. It has come in India in a very various way, particularly in metropolitan towns. The job campaign itself has become today a managerial issue. How I leave these 5 issues with them, which is purely management issues. And what I suggest is for HRD persons, I have been involved with training HRD persons. This profession has become almost log world. But the situation is very different now. Law is there, but it is no longer the Hajur Maiga. Law has to be complied with, but at the same time, law doesn't determine everything. It's the markets. In a competitive market, how do you stand up? How to handle things which your organization wants to do. In any organization today, friends, if it is not able to compete with it, it is not able to generate profits, has no right to exist. Mindsets have to change. And for changing, one needs to change the mindsets, but particularly HR people, from personnel to manufacturing to market, from license permit kind of routine to a global market competitive situation. And also from recruiting, not on the basis of competencies, recruiting on the basis of attitudes. You can develop people and you can develop their competencies, but how do you develop their attitudes? We were just sitting with Principal Sharma, and he was mentioning these things. Attitudes are formed in the families, everywhere. How do you handle these things? And these are some of the crucial issues. And I'm sure all of you are experiencing these, and gradually, there is another seminar you might do on these issues. Thank you very much.
इसको मात्र संयोग नहीं कहा जा सकता। करने वाले हैं, उनकी बुनियाद से लेकर के उनको तोड़ने और उससे बचाने वाले लोग भी आज आपके समूह। जैसे जैसे इनका नंबर आएगा मैं आपको इनके बारे में बताता चलूँगा। लेकिन चूंकि आज डीएवी के प्रांगण में है हम, तो हमारा ये फर्ज बनता है कि हमारे आए हुए साथियों का और विशेष तौर से प्रेस के हमारे जो प्रतिनिधि हैं, प्रेस के जो हमारे साथी हैं, वो थोड़ा लेट हो गए, मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि उनको रास्ता ढूंढने में, स्थान ढूंढने में दिक्कत हुई होगी, उसके लिए मैं क्षमा प्रार्थी हूँ। तो मुखी साहब और जो प्रेस के और साथी हैं वो कृपया आगे आ जाए। रखीकर भाई साहब भी हैं, वो थोड़ा सा ऊपर आगे आ जाए। प्रेस के और साथियों को मैं देख नहीं पा रहा हूँ, कृपया आगे आए। तो मेरा निवेदन है डॉक्टर M.K. शर्मा जी से कि वो औपचारिक रूप से, आप उनके घर के मेहमान हैं, ये सभी साथी हमारे आज के जो मुख्य अतिथि हैं वो भी उनका औपचारिक रूप से वो स्वागत करें। डॉक्टर M.K. शर्मा।
Thank you very much, Mr. Padma. The chief guest, Mr. Wad, Madam Manorama, Mr. Kaushal, the delegates from the industry, other eminent personalities of DAV, people from the press. DAV Institute of Management started in 1997, founded by the DAV College Managing Committee in Delhi. The founder principal, Mr. A.R. Kohli, presently Governor of Mizoram. They set up a two-man army. I was to assist him. He got elevated to the post of governor, and now In 2005, approximately, we have spent around 8 years. We have been trying to set our house first intact, and now we find that we can have interaction with the industry. This year, we have committed to ourselves that we will have around 100 training programs. Wherever we find that we are incompetent and we do not have the expertise, we immediately join hands. We have requested the PM, the Faridabad Management Association, Faridabad Small Scale Industry Association, Institute of Chartered Accountants, Cost Accountants, and number of institutes to collaborate with us and have training programs and premises, so that we are able to share the problems, we are able to learn and unlearn and play a vital role towards the society, towards the industry. Shikha is my colleague and she has been entrusted the task of conducting jointly the program, and within a few days we have today a seminar on contract labor. What Professor Webb told you about contract labor, how you have to go ahead, how you can solve this problem, how do you basically, the legal aspects of it will definitely be covered in a better way by Mr. Kaushal. But in my life till 43, एक चीज मैं आपको शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि लीगैलिटी से मैं हमेशा दूर हूँ। प्रॉब्लम जब तक आप लीगल कॉम्प्लिकेशंस नहीं चाहते, तो अपनी जिंदगी मैंने 2 चीज़ों से आगे बढ़ाई है और मैं समझता हूँ कि